Hey guys, happy Halloween. It's our Halloween edition. You may hear a dog bark. I can't help that, but the kids are out trick-or-treating. I have a bucket outside with a note that says crazy dogs, take one. Who am I dressed as for Halloween? I think I'll be Nancy Grace today. Speaking of Nancy Grace, since Ashley Banfield was canceled and Nancy Grace retired, I'm going to step up my game a little, and I've decided to download some video editing apps or video editing, and I actually signed up for a few classes, so I'm going to take my show to a much more professional level. It may take me some time, but we're going to get there. And then I'm just going to make YouTube videos all day. That's it. It's going to be my life. Wouldn't that be awesome? So seriously though, with all the new subscribers I've gotten, and I'm like humbled, I can't even believe it. It's an honor that so many people want to listen to me, because I don't know if I'd want to listen to me. So I really appreciate it 110%. You guys are awesome. And I don't even know where I was going with this. Oh, so a lot of people that are new to MAM don't totally understand how it all started. Now, I know a lot of you have been here from day one, but a lot of you have not. So the other day I decided, you know what, let me take a look at some of the older stuff. Let me go back to basics. And there's a lot of shit that I caught that I really didn't catch the first time, or maybe I did and I just don't remember. But it's really interesting, actually. Like, I'm kind of surprised that it's not talked about more. So the first thing I'm going to get into is the actual timeline of events. There is no way that all of this happened in 1 week. There's just no way. On October 31st, Teresa Halbach, 25, takes a job to photograph a van for Steven on behalf of Auto Trader magazine and goes to his house. On November 1st, Avery bill passes. Thanks to his perseverance, the Avery bill passes in Wisconsin state legislature. Its aim is to reform the law's investigation practices. That was a day after she goes missing. Now on November 3rd, after not hearing from her daughter for several days, Teresa's mother, Karen, calls the police and reports her missing. It's reported that Steven was her last job before disappearing. Funny how that works. The next day, November 4th, Steven searched. After being questioned by police, Steven allowed the sheriff's department to conduct a search on his trailer. Nothing is found. What I find the most interesting about this, and I'm going to go back to the timeline in a minute, but what I really find most interesting, not only did all this happen 2 days after the Avery bill passed, but simply because if nothing was found in the trailer, why didn't they arrest him for the gun, that he was a felon, before the setup? His gun, they say, was like hanging over his head or whatever, you know, over his bed or something. So why did it take them till the 9th to arrest him for it? They were in and out of his house before then. But all of a sudden, miraculously, on November 9th, now all of a sudden they're arresting him for it. Do you see where I'm getting at? But there's something else really interesting about November 4th. I did some other research on affidavits that were sent and everything else. There is nothing about November 4th. It's almost like they skipped over it. There's no police reports about it. There's nothing searching for November 4th. And I really found that interesting. And then I, did the timeline and see that I didn't do it personally, but I did the timeline, and I see that the whole fact that there was nothing when they searched, those reports seem to have disappeared. Somehow they aren't in the files anymore. Why is that? Well, we know why that is. November 5th, Teresa's car is found. Teresa RAV4 is discovered on Steven's property among the vehicles in his salvage yard. The Averys are removed from their home and business for 8 days as the property becomes a crime scene. A crime scene that nobody's allowed on. The coroner's not allowed on. November 7th, Ken Kratz enters. Due to the lawsuit becoming a conflict of interest, The investigation is handed to Ken Kratz and the Calumet County. On November 9th, Stephen is arrested. Where were we? November 9th, Stephen is arrested. And then for the gun that on November 4th, they just didn't see. And then on November 15th, Stephen's arrested for murder. Here is what I have pieced together in all this. When you take the fact that Stephen was questioned on November 4th and there was nothing in his trailer, nothing was found. All of those police reports, from what I can see, have disintegrated. They're no longer to be found. I searched case file after case file. I could not find anywhere anymore that stated nothing was found. That's kind of strange. That leaves you like, okay, where'd those police reports go? So if anybody can produce the police reports from November 4th, 2005 that say nothing was found in the trailer, I would love to see them because I haven't been able to find them. So if you have them from previously, awesome. Now also, what we do know is November 4th is when Colburn called in the car. When Colburn called in the car, it was the same day nothing was found in Stephen's trailer. So tell me how all of a sudden Teresa's car ends up in Avery's yard on the 5th. If they went there on the 4th, did they not search for it? Did they not look for it? Did they not think something? You have to use a little bit of common sense and realize, no. Another thing that I noticed, you can't have all these things happen in one day, in 1 week. There's just no way. And it's a little too coincidental that the Avery bill passed on the 1st and the 5th they have him arrested. Avery, in case you're not familiar, Avery was like a superstar. Like, he was a rock star in Manitowoc County. A fucking rock star. Like, he was not to be touched. He was not to be messed with. He was the shit. And those cops, everyone was going to go against them. I mean, here they passed a bill in his name that reformed investigation practices. Sit back and think about that. Do you really think these fucking cops are going to take the fall? Hell no, they're not going to take the fall. They're going to be like, fuck no. It was such an obvious setup that it's scary. So now, moving on. Since I mentioned my best friend in the whole wide world, Mr. Ken Kratz, recently there was an article posted how Ken doesn't understand why people are throwing his name around. Why do they keep inserting him in everywhere? No, Ken, you keep inserting yourself everywhere. People want you to fucking go to jail. Nobody cares about you, Ken. You're the one that sticks your narcissistic fat ass everywhere that you can and says, oh, in your Mike Tyson voice, hi, I know Stephen Avery is guilty. Yes, I prosecuted him. Yes, I'm the prize. You fat fuck. You ain't a prize. You're a fucking loser. With a big L. Loser. Anyway, how'd you guys like my impression? I think that was pretty good. I can't even be as high as he can. And I'm a girl. Alright. So, another thing to discuss, going back to basics. Actually, I'm sorry I have to pull it up because I forgot it. Because a lot of people are asking questions that a lot of us have forgotten about because it's been so long. Oh, you know what? Bernard Phillips brought up a good point too. Is that when Lincoln Colburn's and Taddock's fingerprints weren't tested on the RAV4, either were Brendan's. Why? Because they knew they wouldn't find any? Bernard sees it differently, but I see it as that Brendan, they never tested him because Brendan was not even a party to this. When they were testing the fingerprints, Brenda wasn't even involved. Brenda didn't get involved till they didn't have anything on Steven. They had to do something. They had no choice. Another thing, looking at videos that I noticed, and I'm going to go through each one of their interviews, but I did catch something. And again, I still say it's Bobby and Todd Taddick that did it. But Scott Blyderburn, whatever fucking roommate's name is, Scott B, I'll call him, Scotty B. They always say that when you blink a lot, you're lying. It's like, if it's either you look to the right or look to the left, I forgot which one now. But one of them, it means you're lying. When it comes to blinking a lot, you're lying. And if you watch his interviews, this man blinked like every 2 seconds. He's like, I mean, he total liar. It was so blatantly obvious. And I didn't catch that the first time around. So he's lying about something, whether it be Ryan is the murderer, which I don't think, but Ryan's a murderer, or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's because he knew Ryan covered something up. I haven't watched anyone else's video, but I'm starting with that one because there's a big debate between who killed him, Ryan or not. So just really good stuff, honestly. Like, going back to basics reminded me of why I started this case in the first place. Let me pull up. I got my nails done today, but let me pull up. I hate when I do this, and I totally forget. And the dogs haven't barked, so that's like amazing. Where'd my Chrome go? Okay. Okay, here's another thing. Kratz wants to sit there and slam Zellner for her evidence is junk science. Let's think about that. So her evidence is junk science, but yours is good? Yeah, okay, Kratz. Tell me something that, like, makes sense, because that doesn't make sense. That is like the stupidest thing I ever heard. Now Kratz says that claims part 2 of the series left out critical evidence in his reasoning against Avery, and stated the first season did the same in a conversation. The second season, unfortunately, uses the same playbook as season 1, deceptive editing, the omission of crucial evidence, and personal attacks against the prosecutors, cops, and Teresa's friends, which combine for a very one-sided view. Well, you know what, Kratz? Your name is in that list of people that didn't want to participate. So you could have easily participated and told your side of the story, but you chose not to. And you chose not to because you run your mouth so much that you might give something away. Speaking of running their mouth, so I had to go check because I knew it was going to be there, is Dan O'Donnell, the other fucking idiot, does a podcast, and he claims he knows why Avery's guilty. Dan, I got news for you, and please take this to heart because you need to hear it. You are a failed lawyer turned video broadcaster with a podcast. Anybody can have a podcast. Do you know why you failed at law? Because you're a fucking idiot. Yes, I said that, Dan O'Donnell. You are a fucking idiot. What makes you an idiot? You may be very intelligent as far as book-wise. You probably aced all your classes. You probably aced law school. Probably got a 1600 on your SATs. I know when I went to school it was 1200 or 1400. Now it's up to like 2100 or something. But you probably aced your fucking SATs. You probably aced your LSATs. You're probably extremely intelligent human being. I am not doubting that. What I am saying, though, is that your common sense of morality is a fucking moron. And I couldn't even believe your podcast. It is full of lies and holes. It is so ridiculous. And the way you think and put things together, I know why you're doing a podcast instead of being an attorney. You really don't have enough common sense to be an attorney. I was blown away listening to this. I was like screaming at you like, you are so fucking stupid. So anytime you want to come on, Dan, let's go. I will go on your show. You could come on my show. I will debate facts with you all day long. because I can't even believe the stupidity of things that come out of your mouth. Okay, that didn't sound smart because I just kind of screwed that up, but the stupidity of the things that you say, it's just unbelievable. I wouldn't even promote it because every one of my subscribers will get just as irate as I do listening to you and just how dumb you sound. So take my advice. Like I said, you're probably a very intelligent, book smart person, but you need some common sense. Like seriously, because the things your podcast were saying didn't even make sense. I can totally negate every single point that you made with facts. Has nothing to do with Zellner. We're going to base it on pure facts. Everything that was said and done in the trial, every single document, everything the jury saw, everything you saw live. Let's go head to head. I'll even come on your show. You can come on my show. Either way. But I would love to negate every single thing that you say. So on that note, I have to go. Again, it's going to take me a little time to learn this video editing stuff. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to figure it out as fast as possible, and then I'm going to have really cool videos and make like a TV show and cover more cases and cover more stuff. All right, so I'll be like the next Nancy Grace. And I hope you guys have a fantastic night. And I think I'm going to co-host with my boy John, Boston John. So I think we make a great co-host team. So me and a gay guy, it would be perfect. Like me really obnoxious and loud and him being the nice gay guy. Oh my God, it would be like the best show. It would be like a rabbi and a priest going together. Awesome. So yeah, I just like totally promoted him. I don't mean promoted him like that. I mean like he doesn't even know I'm going to make him a host yet, or we're going to do this together, but we're going to. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Again, happy Halloween. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out all my other videos, especially my older ones. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Halloween. Peace out. Can't peace out yet because I wasn't on the screen.